Hi, I'm Wolfman Jeff, and today we're going to muscle through the review of Rocky 5. I'm not looking forward to the Rocky 5, I'm just going to say, is definitely my least favorite Rocky film. It's pretty much universally everyone's least favorite Rocky film, and there's very good reason. There's certain things about Rocky 5 that I'm just going to go right away off the bat and give one thing credit for. I like the idea that Rocky 5 was going for as far as making Rocky more relatable and more realistic, especially after Rocky 4, where they kind of made him more like a superhuman or a superhero. It was a nice idea to make him more relatable. They went about it in one of the worst ways ever, and they decided basically to make him poor, and that would make him relatable. But being poor doesn't make you relatable, neither does making you rich. What people related to Rocky was his heart, not about his wallet. So right off the bat, they screwed up in my book. They didn't go back to the Rocky films and look to see what they did right and what they did wrong. They just assumed people liked Rocky because he was the story of an underdog. And yes, that's part of the reason everybody liked Rocky Balboa and Rocky. He was relatable because he was an underdog. But by the time of Rocky 5, he wasn't an underdog anymore, and there was no way to kind of make him the same character again, so they needed to just accept the fact that he was Rocky Balboa and build on that. I liked the fact that they didn't necessarily make him a boxer right off the bat. I kind of like the fact that they had him retired and he was going to be a trainer, but then they screwed that up in the end and he had to get into a street fight. They couldn't just let Rocky grow as a character. Rocky Balboa, it doesn't necessarily matter if he's fighting or if he's just being a dad. You need to settle on something. You need to decide if he's going to be a fighter or if he's just going to be a regular human being. And they tried to kind of play both sides of the field, and it did not work. It would have been fine if they just had Rocky Balboa get ready for another Rocky bout, or if they had just made him retire and let him be a trainer. That could have been a very interesting story. He could have been, in a sense, the Burgess Meredith Mickey character, which actually, I will say, I don't know what the direction they're going with, but they're doing a new Rocky movie, a spin-off called Creed, and Michael B. Jordan's playing Creed, and I think he's going to be the son or grandson of Apollo Creed, and he's going to be trained by Rocky Balboa in the new movie. So I kind of like the concept that he's going to be taking on more of a realistic approach. Sylvester Stallone's getting older. It's not very realistic for him to be the big tough boxer anymore. So that's basically what Rocky 5 should have been, but it did not turn out that way. And it was just disappointing, and the acting was terrible. Aside from the core cast, Sylvester Stallone did a decent job. Talia Shire, Burt Young did a decent job, but even as far as the Rocky franchise is concerned, their performances still felt more phoned in than they had in even Rocky 4. They had a lot more passion. For this movie, you got the sense that they were doing it for the paycheck. I don't blame them. They make a lot of money off the Rocky movies, so I'm not even going to damn them for that fact, but when you can kind of tell in a movie if someone's doing it for the paycheck, that's not a good sign. And the other acting was terrible. terrible. The guy that got to play Tommy Gunn was a horrible actor, and I don't know how he was later. I don't know if he ever acted again. As much as I love actors and films, I've never seen him in another movie. I'm not even gonna say he couldn't have grown, but at least in Rocky 5, it was a piss poor performance. And I'm not knocking the guy. I don't know why. If it was the directing or whatever, he might be a very good actor. But as far as that movie's concerned, it was bad. And it kind of dragged the whole movie down as a result. There's not a lot of good things I could say about Rocky 5, and it's a damn shame because the Rocky franchise is a very good franchise as a whole. Some of the weakest part of it, obviously, is Rocky 5. And if you can muscle past Rocky 5, or as I would recommend, skipping Rocky 5 altogether, it's a damn fine franchise. But as far as Rocky 5 is concerned, yeah, I would just act like that never happened. Just skip that. Go on to Rocky Balboa. You don't need to see Rocky 5 to understand what's going on in Rocky Balboa. Nothing about Rocky 5 that happens in the movie affects the events of Rocky Balboa. So just skip Rocky 5. I'm doing you a big, big favor. It is not a good movie. And that really pains me to say because I love the character of Rocky Balboa. So it's a bad movie if I'm telling you to skip it. Thank you very much for watching my reviews. I'll be finishing up this soon, so watch out for my review of Rocky Balboa. You guys know I love you. Thank you for the support.